Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who does lead and rule well. Salutations to all you hopeful like Akim pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth at the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom also to all you Akim and Aqua for listening and learning, preparing yourselves here in these last days. And to the entire household of faith, fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Quar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm entitled this one, The Least of the Flock Shall Draw Them Out. World War III is coming and it's inevitable. All right. And why is that? It's because the Bible said so. The Lord's will is going to make it happen, you know. And matter of fact, before I get into this article, let me get this. I'm gonna get this scripture, and then I'll get another scripture that just popped into mind. This is Revelation 11, verse 14. It says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." All right. Now, that woe represents the destruction. These major world wars we had World War I, we had World War II, which was very pivotal. When you do your research on the history of World War II, how it set the stage for things now. We're talking about Russia, Soviet Union. You even got the Israel, you know, the state of Israel and things of that nature, you know. But it's all, the third woe cometh quickly, man. You know, the third world's war is going to be here very, very soon because the Lord purposed it. You know, we seeing, let me see if I can move this. Yeah. And we seeing these things come to pass, man. The scriptures is speaking. And this is the scripture that just popped into mind. I think it's, yeah. This is Isaiah 55, verse 10. It says, "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." All right, so because the Lord said it, it's going to come to pass, man. We just waiting for it to happen. And, you know, as far as we can see, we the ones watching, measuring the times, we can see this thing coming to pass, man. We can see the tensions heightening, you know. And I'm going to get into the scriptures regarding this, man. You know, but since the title is The Least of the Flock, all right, it shall draw them in. It's going to bring everybody into this war, starting with America. You know, and that's all scriptural, man. And the Bible is a you know, it's a mystery. It's like a puzzle, spoken in allegories, dark sayings. But that's why you need someone to teach you, you know, the men of the Lord, to break it down and it can show you exactly what the scriptures is talking about. All right. So look at this article. This is from Vox. Okay. It says how the U.S. became Israel's closest ally. The U.S. has stood with Israel throughout history. What does it mean for the Gaza war? All right. And this is the thing. Because you got, look at this. You got, where was it? Biden's arming of Israel faces backlash as Gaza civilian toll grows. All right, they're not gonna let us do that, you know. But it was another. Here we go. Still the Washington Post. U.S. institutions under fire for their support or silence on Israel. You know. But it was where is that? Here we go. I don't know what this site is. U.S. official worry about backlash over America's support of Israel. Because you got a lot of these other nations, all right, they starting to see what's going on, and they not supporting it, man. And Israel constantly backing them. In fact, there was a report that the Biden administration is close to approving a sale of as many 50 American-made F-15 fighter jets to Israel in a deal expected to be worth more than $18 billion. You know, so they constantly sending them money. You know? They constantly sending money and arming them. You know? So, look, and this is April of this year. So people aren't happy about what they call a genocide to the people in Gaza, man. And America is constantly helping it. Was voting against the ceasefire, you know. So this, and even though they're saying that it's a sour relationship, you know, between Netanyahu and Biden, these things is going to happen, man. You know, they're tied. In fact, that's what this comes in. All right. It says, and this article is a little bit older. This is October 13th, 2023. It says, despite political differences that at times strained relations between Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and U.S. President Joe Biden, the outbreak of war in Gaza has reaffirmed that the U.S. and Israel remain as tightly knit as ever. You see that? In recent days, U.S. officials have reiterated their unwavering support for Israel diplomatically, financially, and militarily. Biden, who has previously criticized Netanyahu's right-wing government, was unequivocal in an address at the White House earlier this week. We stand with Israel, and we will make sure Israel has what it needs to take care of its citizens to defend itself and respond from this attack. Let me see, because it was a video. Let me see if I can get it real quick. See. Let me see if I can find that video. Bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this up. Give me 1 second here. All right, there we go.
On Israel is from Iran, Mr. President.
I want to get this information.
How imminent do you think an attack on Israel is from Iran, Mr. President?
I want to get this information. My expectations sooner than later.
What's your message to Iran in this moment?
Don't.
Are American personnel and assets at risk, Mr. President? Mr. President, are American troops at risk as well?
We are devoted to the defense of Israel. We will support Israel. We will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed. Thank you very much.
What would trigger a direct U.S. response, sir?
See, that's the most powerful man in the world, they say, right? You know, but see, they got handlers, man. I'll just say that. I wish we could read these quotes, but it won't let us, you know, from these people, you know, but they're going to defend Israel no matter what, you know, because they have to. All right? They have to, man. And that's what this prophecies is talking about. Matter of fact, where was we? So that they echo in that same sentiment. Because you seen on this video, this was April 12th. Right now it's April 20th. You know? So this is what's happening, man. You even had what's her name? The one speaking for him. I mean, that's the main video I was looking for. You know? But it was another one. Where that trick at? Oh, that's why. And then I'm going to get into the prophecies, man. But I want you to see it playing out.
The vote on additional Israel aid. If Congress were to pass additional aid for Israel and only that, will President Biden reject it?
So we've been very clear, my colleagues from here just moments ago, that we will not accept a standalone. A standalone would actually not help Israel and Ukraine. It would actually delay the needs that the needed aid that they obviously need to fight. You see what's happening in Ukraine. Obviously, brave people of Ukraine are fighting against a tyrant. We need to make sure that they have the assistance that they need. We saw what happened in Israel just over the weekend, and the leadership that this president has shown. It would actually not help them if we do a standalone, and we do not support a standalone.
House Speaker Mike Johnson.
And look what they say. It says, translation, Joe Biden is going to use overwhelming support for Israel to extract billions of dollars more in taxpayer money for Ukraine. You know? You're being extorted, and Republicans in D.C. will fall for it, man. You know? So this is what's going on, man. Let's get a few scriptures. I'll go back to that article. All right. Jeremiah. You got Jeremiah 49, you got Jeremiah 50, but I want to get Jeremiah 50 simply because it uses the word Babylon. The other one says Chaldeans, but it's the same thing. You know? Here we go. This is Jeremiah 50, verse 49. It says, therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. Just like it says in the book of Revelations, man. You know, because at the end of this World War III, you know, which is going to turn nuclear, you know, this place, Babylon, the U.S. is going to be a heap of rubble, man. It's going to be wiped out. Thus says the Bible. Okay? Now, we got plenty of breakdowns explaining how Babylon, you know, specific, you know, when you going into the scriptures, you can see if it's talking about ancient Babylon, you know, which is Iraq, or excuse me, or is it talking about America? You know, because again, the Bible is talking in code. All right, now Babel meaning confusion. All right. And this place is nothing but that. But, yeah, that least of the flock, that's talking about Israel. All right. And those are the people that's ultimately really running this place, man. That's why they got no other choice but to sit up here and follow after whatever they do, even though it's against their wishes, against what they want to happen, man. You know, but this is what's going to happen because the Lord is the one that's controlling this thing, man. See, and it's going to start out, and Apostle Todd, he always talked about that war in the Levant area. You know, matter of fact, let me get that. Joel. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, I didn't grab this one at first. I don't think I'm be able to find that article. But I'll get this after. Let me read this first, though. This is Joel 3. And look at this, talking about the battle, man. All right, this is Joel 3, and I'm going to start at... No. Where's that verse that I want? Oh, that's why. Because it's not Joel 3. All right, here we go. This is Joel 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And you got all these weaker nations. Now they standing up, man. Because years ago, these different nations wouldn't be able to say the things that they're saying, man. You know, bucking up against America's might. But see, what's happening is you got Iran, you got Russia, you got China. You know, they no longer have to be completely dependent upon them. You know, America been putting these sanctions on all these other nations. Well, what did you think was going to happen, man? You know, but it's talking about prepare for war. All these nations is about to go into a war. This is the next world war, you know, and it's going to start in the ground, but it's going to end up being straight up nuclear. It says, let the heathen, and they try to think that it's not going to happen because they all have nuclear weapons and it will be suicide. But the Lord is controlling this. Remember, you know, I'll get another scripture in a second. It says, I'll read 11 again. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. It says, let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Now, I wish I can look this up so you can see the location. Let's see if it let us. Look at that. Country, Israel. It's this area. You know? When you go into when you actually go into what that word mean, Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shaphat, meaning the valley of judgment, decision, you know? And the Lord is causing all these things to happen. You know? It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow there, for their wickedness is great. And that's another reason why the Lord is allowing this to happen, man. You know, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. You see that? Okay. And there's another one. What is it? It just kind of escaped me. Well, I'll get it. I think it's Ezekiel. Okay. No, it was Joel. The one I was thinking of. Let me see. Because another reason is this is happening because of us, man. You know? The Lord is going to defend his people. All right? Where's that at? It's another one. For he is strong and executed his word. You know? Dang, where's that scripture I'm thinking of? It's coming back to me, but I can't get the words in my mind. Could have sworn it was this one. Yeah, this is it. It was the beginning of Joel 3. It says the nations will be judged, right? It says, verse 1, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, meaning he's going to lift the captivity. All right, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a bull for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. All right. And read the rest of that. All right, because we read a good amount of that. But yeah, now I want to get to Ezekiel 38. All right. And it's going to show you the another part of this. Now let me get this this video real quick. All right.
Or acts not in accordance with their wishes. The young only believe in their own exceptionalism. They believe that they can do anything. They do not want durable peace at the Holy Land.
I don't know if this is the one. Salakia, hold up. I don't know if that's the one that I wanted. Let me get this one real quick while I look for that. I had another one. So this one says Israel and America are at war with Iran, Russia, and China. All right.
The United States and Israel have declared war on Russia, China, and Iran, with Israel's attack on the Iranian embassy in the Syrian capital Damascus marking the most egregious and outrageous escalation in what is a world war in everything but name. It's no coincidence that attacks have taken place in Russia, Iran, China, Syria, and Yemen all at the same time. All these attacks are related to the war in Gaza and happened within a period of 12 weeks, with the same groups, Al-Qaeda and ISIS, claiming responsibility. What a surprise. What do both these groups have in common? It's their links to the United States and Israel. And isn't it funny that Al-Qaeda and ISIS never mention the war in Gaza? Where is their support for the resistance of their Muslim brothers against Israel and America? You know, at the start of this war, it was only Hamas. The next day, Hezbollah entered. Then it was Iraq, Yemen, and Syria. Now, it's no longer a regional war, but a global one. It is a world war in all but name.
She's going in on the world war. All right.
China and Iran been attacked over their support for the resistance. In Russia, it seems the
I'm gonna
US
wrap
are
this
very
up after
unhappy
this.
that Putin was re-elected, or that in February, delegations of all the Palestinian factions, including Hamas and Fatah, were hosted in Moscow. And they're especially not happy that Putin crushed NATO in Ukraine, solidifying his victory with a new assault that the Western media don't seem to cover, or that the sanctions imposed by the West utterly backfired. The head of Russia's FSB said that US, UK, and Ukraine were behind the recent concert attack, and a new attack was foiled only days later. You know, if the US blew up the Nord Stream pipelines, and they did, and they attacked the Kremlin with drones, which they did, then what's to stop them from doing something like this? Putin is probably furious, and he should be, and I've no doubt his ire will exact revenge in good time. Next door in China, it's no secret the US have been waging an economic war for years out of jealousy over Beijing's technical and economic prowess. The US economic model has become obsolete. Many countries flock to join China's New Silk Road, BRICS, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The US have tried to attack and undermine China using Hong Kong, Taiwan, Tibet, and AUKUS in the South China Sea. But what really has the Americans and Israelis angry is that Russia and China made a recent deal with the Houthis that guarantees the safety of their commercial ships, a large percentage of which pass through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and the Red Sea. In exchange, Russia and China...
Yeah, so you had Israel bomb the Iran embassy, you know, and then you had Iran throw some stuff back. So it's getting heightened. All right. Now, I'm not going to play all that, but I did want to see. This was another part. He says,
like it when someone tells or acts not in accordance with their wishes. They only believe in their own exceptionalism. They believe that they can do anything. They do not want durable peace at the Holy Land. They need chaos in the Middle East. That's why they are discrediting those countries that insist on the immediate ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, insisting on stopping the bloodshed, and are willing to make a practical contribution in the resolving this crisis, not trying to gain from this. Even the UN, the clearly stipulated position of the global community, is attacked and bullied and being discredited. I would like to emphasize this. In our approaches to the situation in the Middle East, unlike the Western stance, we have never had any wish to gain anything from that. We have always clearly stipulated our position, declared our position, and it hasn't changed across the years. We stand for the establishment of the full-fledged Palestinian state.
see that? Now, then they got this one. It's not a video. How do you exit out of that? Look, Russia will continue to support Iran militarily and economically. All right. So that's what we get into. So now let's get Ezekiel 38. All right, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Because this is the prophecy, man. I'm gonna start at the top. It says prophecy about Gog and future invasion of Israel. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Now that land is the land of Gog is Russia, man. You know. So it says that's the where the area is. It says and say, thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, the World War II, you know, and that was, you know, they wanted to get rid of the Soviet Union, but now they're back in their power, man. You know, that's why the Lord said He gonna put hooks in their jaws and turn them back like how they were. You know, it says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Now Persia is Iran. You know, see if they say it. Yeah, but Persia is Iran, and you can see the different alliances right there. Let me see. See if I can find that. So I'll get it real quick in here. And I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna wrap it up. But right here, you know, March 21, 1935. It was on the Persian New Year of 21 March 1935 that Reza Shah announced that he was formally changing his country's name from Persia to Iran. Persia, he felt, was too colonial, oriental, and demode. All right. So that's what is Iran called in the Bible. That's just, you know, you see that? So that's Persia, man. And so you got them. It says, what is this? Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. All right. So he's going to be a guard unto them. You know, he's defending them, as we just went into. All right. So this thing is going to happen. It's not going to stop. All right. The Lord is allowing this. Read Proverbs 21 and 1, because they don't want this to happen, man. Like they don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. You know, look, they downplaying it. You know, it said it can calm tensions. It's going to happen, man, because it says this: the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, as the rivers of water he turneth it whithersoever he will. All right. And so the Lord is allowing this thing to happen, man. You know, and it's against what they want, because it could spell the end for them. And it is going to spell the end for them, man. But the Lord is allowing this to happen. He's bringing them all and having that conflict over there, you know, and it's going to turn nuclear. Even in Revelation, the 17th chapter, because you got NATO, which is just another branch of the military for the U.S. You're going to have their allies turning against them. Right here, the 10 horns. And we got breakdowns on that, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Revelation 17 and 16, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire," because it's going to end up in a war. You're going to have a lot of their allies. You got NATO, you know, which is that beast. And the whore is America that rideth that beast. You know, but her allies is going to hate her. It says, "For the Most High put it into their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High should be fulfilled." So that's what's happening. You know, so they was in league with them now, but the Lord is creating that division and that tension. All right. But it's going to all start with these people, man. You know, that's drawing them in. All right. Against their better judgment, man. So Lord's willing, that was edifying. To the next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. The next one I want to say, Shalom.